Hi everybody and welcome to another Pescari Fly video. So today we're going to tie a jig nymph. This one a Cotyledon jig nymph, and you're going to see why in a moment why we give it that name. It's a little nymph that I've been using for the last couple of seasons, and been catching some nice quantity of fish on it. Very simple little nymph and quite effective. And let's go through the tying here now. So I got a size 18 jig hook, Daihaku jig hook in the vise there, and I got a 3mm slotted gold tungsten bead on the hook. I'm going to begin by starting off some of the thread. This is Pescari Kevlar. Get it on the hook, clean it up, and come down, and we're going to use some Cotyledon for the tail. And Cotyledon is a feather that is used a lot in fly tying these days. Between dries, nymphs, makes a fantastic tail, quite robust, has a lovely markings to it and stuff. So we do use quite a lot of it. So when we use Cotyledon, we're left with all the stems and stalks, and normally they're dumped. As throw them on the ground, throw them in the bin. We're going to use that for the body of this particular nymph. But before we do that, we're going to add in some tinsel, pearl tinsel by Tommy Fly. Really nice fine pearl tinsel. Using Uni Mylar for this, it's too heavy, so we're going to use a much finer tinsel by Tommy Fly, and it allows us to put in a lovely underbody on this nymph. So we're going to tie that. Actually, I'm mistaken. Back one step there. So this is our quill. This is what's left over when we're finished using all our usable materials off the Cotyledon feather. So we're actually going to tie that in there first. And we're going to leave that. I'll just tidy up that. Then we're going to add in our tinsel. So we take our Tommy Fly tinsel, and we add that in there also. And you're going to build up a little bit of an underbody on that nymph, just to create a little bit of a taper. Don't overdo the taper with the thread, because the actual natural taper in the quill will give that nice carrot shape you want to this fly. Just build it up to your required. And that'll do nicely there. Now we're going to take our pearl, and we're just going to cover all that thread. Once we're happy with that, then we can just tie it off. A couple of turns up there near the head. Take that away. And now we got a nice underbody. Then we take our Cotyledon and we start winding it up the body. Taking our time. A tip, it can be fragile enough to begin with till you get up a little bit on the stem, and you're almost touching turns. Coming up there. So basically what we want is we want a small little shimmer of that pearl coming through the fly. Take your time. And the quill of the Cotyledon, it's a lovely piece of material. It looks really well when it's finished. I even use it on bodies of dry flies and stuff. It's lovely long. Just go back 2 steps there now. It's lovely long and easy enough to use. Just have a small little bit of feather there. Finish off the process winding up the body. Again, you want little gaps there in between the turns. You don't want those turns touching, blocking that little sparkle coming through. So once you've secured it in, a couple of turns there just to make sure it's good and safe. Take away your waste and have a look at that, and just make sure that you can just move them slightly with your fingernail to make sure they're, nice and evenly spread out. If there's a little bit of a discrepancy in the turns, and it happens. Yeah, it's pretty good. Happy with that. Now, before we go any further, we're going to use a little bit of UV resin on that there, just to add a little bit of protection to that quilt. So we're going to use our needle, gather a little blob on it, and we're going to start putting a little layer on that. Just coat the body. You don't want to build it up too much. You just want a nice coat on it. Remove any excess that might be there. Give it a shot of the UV torch or your laser pen. And that's set there quite well, quite solid. Now, for the thorax, we're going to take a little bit of UV fox squirrel dubbing. You can find all these materials on our website. Make sure and check us out. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, as we'll be posting lots more videos in the near future on good effective patterns. So small little bit of UV fox squirrel dubbing is going to go just in there behind the bead. We can whip finish that off. And we're going to put a little hot Tommy Fly collar in there as well. It's Tommy Fly number 14. You know me by now. It's one of my favourite colours. Very vibrant, intense. A little bit of varnish on that now. Just on the thread there, just to make sure it's secure, and then your whip finishing at the back of the bead. And there you have it. Simple little nymph, but as I say, very effective. Been using them for quite some time. Always good to use a piece of material rather than wasting it. So simple as that. Don't be too fussy with the body. You want those little gaps in between the turns to let that little sparkle through. But very natural looking nymph, very productive, and hope you you enjoyed the time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our website. And see you soon. Stay safe.